Bismillah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters, what's going on? So, we're here live in Scotland, and it's been pretty difficult to get hold of the internet, but we're finally back on board. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulullah. Okay, cool. So, today I want to speak about quite a few things, but the first of which is we all need to be people who change, who actually seek to improve every moment of our lives. But what's interesting, and I must begin with this and end with this, is that the only way to change is through Allah. And the only reason we should change is for Allah. People try all these different mechanisms and systems to try to get the most out of life and to do things, but this only way is through Allah. I mean, there's a quote from Hazma al-Basri. He stated, "If as your salah is fixed, your life will be fixed." And this is something I think we need to remind ourselves every single day, because when we try to pray, when we have to do it 5 times a day, what thoughts go through your head? When you hear that and you're heading towards salah, what are you thinking? Most of us, if not all, some of us, we think, have to, got to pray, should do, you know? When in reality, this is the one key to Jannah. It's your main piece. If you don't have this foundation, everything else crumbles. So when next time you go to salah, think to yourself, this is opportunity. This is growth. I am walking towards the solution of my problems. That's why I say flee to Allah. So we should have this haste, this zeal when you're worshipping Allah, that realizing that Islam opens doors for people, not closes. People think Islam is restrictions and heaviness and waiting and slowness, but to be honest, Islam opens doors, empowers, provides. The only way to change is through Allah, and the only reason we should change is for Allah. So that's something I really want to kind of emphasize on and push, inshallah. But got a message, mashallah. Muhammad is on it, mashallah. Okay, cool. So I want to talk to you about time. Now, time is extremely precious, and a lot of people will say, time is money. But in actual fact, my friends, time is more valuable than money. Why? You can get more money, but you can't get more time. Umar ibn Abdul Aziz said, "The days and nights are working on you, so you work in them." Right? They'll never leave you alone. Constantly, every minute that passes, you are eroding, you are draining. And subhanAllah, the only time we have to work and to build our akhirah is now. The moment we die, the moment we leave this world, that's it. So I strongly advise yourself, myself, and advise everyone to almost increase our knowledge for the value of time. The more we can value things, you'll look after it, you'll take care of it, You'll be precious with it. So subhanAllah, this is something I want you just to keep in mind, that once you realize the value of something, you'll look after it a lot better. So subhanAllah. Also, another thing to say is, what should we think on a constant basis throughout our day? Our thoughts affect our feelings, and our feelings affect our actions. And so subhanAllah, I just want people to realize and maybe give them the thought that the more we can realize our time is precious, and we realize that I am only here to worship Allah and to give, to help, to serve. Allah put me here for those reasons. Then small problems like things that disappoint you, they won't bother you so much. The moment you see the clear picture of how life is and why you're here and what you're here to do and what you're here to give, then you realize, you know what, these things don't matter no more. And I'll share with you a personal example. I'm not shy about this stuff. I just say it because my goal is to connect with you and help you, inshallah. Is, me at the age of 24, I've lost most of my hair, and for some people, that can really cripple their confidence and crush them and upset them and feel miserable and like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I felt that at the beginning, I won't lie. But in the end of the day, as soon as we realize our bigger purpose in life, maybe you're going through some disappointments, when you realize I am here to serve Allah and to get good deeds, that's the only reason I'm put on this earth, to give, to serve, to help, to create, to share. You're not so bothered about these small things anymore. And that's what I want to share with you today, just realizing the bigger picture, valuing things as they are. One definition of intelligence, which I subscribe to and I really like, is intelligence is seeing things as they are, not worse than they are. So many times in life, my friends, we make things out worse than they are, so we don't have to try. So we don't have to push ourselves. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, there's no point. I'll give up. Yeah? So this is something I wanted to share with you, really, just that to realize that A, your time is extremely precious. Use it. Every moment is a gem. And Allah has given you a new breath of life today. If you're alive, breathing, walking, talking, and listening to this voice note, this video, and I'm not kidding, like I'm talking directly straight to you, my bro. If you are alive and listening to this, Allah has permitted you to be here today. He's allowed you another breath of life to go closer to Him, to turn back to Him, to do again, to try again. You could have died. We all could have died in a state of sin, but Allah didn't do that. Allah protected us from that, and He gave us another chance. SubhanAllah. Many individuals thought yesterday they would see today, but they didn't. That's quite a heavy topic and a thought to think, but subhanAllah, it's true. Every day, I don't know how many people die per day, but this is insane. So subhanAllah, just to value your time. Because if you have time, you can do everything else. You can't worship Allah without time. You can't make money or enjoy things without time. As soon as your time is up, I'm sorry, game over. Now time for judgment. So this is something I really want just to push here, that the only reason we can change is for Allah and through Allah. And I just want to just say that once you value our time and use your time wisely, then beautiful things will come. Let me ask you a question. What's the best way to be grateful for your time? The best way to show shukr to Allah for His blessings is to use those blessings for His sake. If you use the blessings of Allah to do goodness, then that's the best way to spend them. But people might say, okay, Hamza, but what's in it for me? What is this all about? Well, Allah says in the Quran, if you are grateful, I will increase you. I will give you more. So in essence, if we obey Allah and do what He asks of us, He will give us more. It's an interesting point about life, my friends, that so often in life we're trying to get what we want and get, or, we want respect, we want love, we want time, we want money, okay? But the trick of life, subhanAllah, it's a strange system, but it works. If you want more out of life, more love, more respect, more appreciation, you have to give it. The more respect and love you give, people will love and respect you. The more time you give and energy, you might find people start reciprocating. They might not, who knows? But the worst thing you can do is try cling and grab people. Respect me, knowledge, appreciate me. People just be like, get out of my face, what are you doing? If we try to grab and love, to take so much appreciation from people, you put people off. So all I'm saying is, if you want more, give more. If you want more in my life, my friends, give more. For the sake of Allah, because He's the one who gave us all in the first place for free. Subhanallah. So that's the first thing I want to just point out. Point number one, value your time. Time is more precious than money, more than anything. So don't use it just wastefully, because many people wish they could have more time, but they ran out. You only evaluate a blessing until it's gone. People only evaluate their time when it's when it's over, or when it's up. Right, when it's over. So that's one thing I want to share. Second thing, so you value your time safe, but what do I do with it? The strongest thing I can say, if you want to change your life, is change your environment. If everything around you is doing khair and good, you're going to do good. So change your environment, change your company. Now we all know, okay, Hamza, I know, if you want to be in good company, you got to get good things, and if you're going to be in bad company, you're going to have problems, right? But I want to say to you guys that, subhanAllah, we all have standards. How I should live my life. Should I swear? Should I not? Should I pray? Do I go to work? Do I eat a lot? Do I eat a little? All your standards, right? Now, most people base their standards on their environment, on their surroundings. So what happens is, if everyone else, for example, you pray as late as possible every time, and then everyone else around you prays on time straight away, eventually you'll start looking and thinking to yourself, you know what? I feel rubbish. I gotta raise my game. I'm getting a phone call. But subhanAllah, this is something we have to think about because, you know, if you're playing tennis, all right, and you're playing with someone who's worse than you, no matter how hard you try, you're not going to get better. Every time you play, they just don't serve. They don't reply. It's annoying. It's fed up. If you play with someone who's better than you, just to stay on the court, your game has to go up. Don't forget about winning. So your environment affects your standards, and your standards affect who you are and who you become. So I really advise this. If you want to improve in something, if you want a certain quality, find someone who has that quality and spend time with them. Work with it. Because if you want to fast more or pray more, they're already doing what you got, what you want. Now to find out, learn from